Okay, 9.5, volume of pyramids and cones. Our objective is to find the volume of a pyramid and a cone. So today our warm-up is to find the volume of the following shapes, leaf pie, and the answer if applicable. So remember to find volume of prisms, its area of the base, times our height. And remember, in a rectangular prism, the area of the base is the area of what it's sitting on. So base here is our width of 8 yards times our height or length of 20 yards. That gives me 160 yards squared. So we have 160 yards times my height of 3 yards. Which gives me 480 yards cubed. Remember, in the next one, this is a prism, and the base is going to be the shape that's not the rectangular side. Then a rectangular is the one it's sitting on, but in the other ones, it's whichever one's not a rectangle, and that's a triangle. Well, area of a triangle is 1/2, so let's make that a B. Capital B equals 1/2. Base 8 feet times our height of 9 feet. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36 feet squared. And then our volume is still 36 feet squared times our height of 17 feet. So let's try that again. 36 times 17. So 612 feet cubed. Okay, and our last one is a cylinder. It's still area of the base times height. Remember, in this one, the base is a circle, so you have to use the area of a circle, which is pi r squared times height, which gives me pi times 5 inches squared times 7 inches. That gives me 25 pi inches times 7 inches. Well, 7 times 25. That's 175 pi inches cubed. Okay, this is our warm-up. Let's go on to the next slide. Okay, so we have the definition. A pyramid is a three-dimensional figure, a regular polygon as its base, and lateral faces that are identical to isosceles triangles. Remember, isosceles triangles have two congruent sides meeting at a point. The volume of a pyramid is 1/3 the area of the base times the height, or 1/3 area of base times height. The volume of a prism is 1/3 volume of a prism. The volume of a pyramid, is 1/3 volume of the prism. So what this is showing you, and if we actually were in school and I could demonstrate with water, is if I took a triangular pyramid, let's try again, a rectangular pyramid, and I had a rectangular prism with the same base, the same area, it would take, in the same height, it would take 3 of the pyramids filled up with water to fill up that rectangular prism with that same area of the base and the same height. Okay, so find the volume of a rectangular pyramid with the height of 12 feet and the dimensions of the base 4 by 7. So our volume of a rectangular pyramid would be 1/3 area of the base times height. So to find our area of the base, we have to use that 4 feet times 7 feet. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 28 feet squared. So I end up with 1/3, 28 feet squared times my height of 12 feet. We could see here that 3 goes into 12 4 times, so I end up with 4 times 28. $112. Let's go back over to where I actually belong. 112 feet cubed. Okay, next one up. Find the volume of the triangular pyramid with the height So this is a triangular pyramid, which means that it has a triangle as its base. And then we have our height of 6 inches. The length of the base is 12 inches. The height of the base is 8 inches. So we have volume equals 1/3 base times height. Well, our area of our base is 1/2 base times height. So 6 inches times, let's try it again. The base length of 7 inches. And a base height of 8 inches. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 7, 28 inches squared. So we come back over here. We end up with 1/3, 28 inches squared times a height of 6 inches. 3 goes into 6 2 times. So I end up with 2 times 28, which is 54 inches cubed. Okay, and then we're back with finding the volume of the following pyramids. So remember, volume equals 1/3 times area of base times height. So the first one is we have a rectangular pyramid. So area of our base is going to be 4 meters times 12 meters, which gives us 48 meters squared. And so we have our volume equals 1/3, 48 meters squared times my height of 9 meters. 1/3 of our 9 is 3. 3 times 48. It's going to take me a second to put it in my calculator. 144 meters cubed for our volume. Let's go over to 4. You see our base here is a triangle. So our base equals 1/2 base times height, which is 12 yards times 7 yards. Half of 12 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42 yards. So we have 42 yards squared. So we have our volume being 1/3 times 42 yards squared times our height of 8 yards. 3 does go into 42. 3 goes into this 14 times. So 14 times 8, 112. So we end up with 100. It should be writing 100. My little iPad keeps freezing, and it won't write, and so I'm sorry. Hopefully you got to hear part of that, but not continually me doing the same thing. So it ends up being 112 yards cubed. And then the last one again is volume of a triangular pyramid, which means we have our base as a triangle. So B equals 1/2 base, which is that 14. And it's in inches, and then we have our height, which is 13 inches. Half of 14 is 7. 7 times 13 is 91 inches squared. So volume equals 1/3, 91 inches squared, times your height of 11 inches. 3 does not go into 91 or 11, so we're just going to multiply them together. So 91 times 11 gives me 1,001 divided by 3. So that is approximately 333.67 inches cubed. Okay, that's all we're going to do today. Please take some time to do your homework.